Today we're going to look at how to light a fire. Lighting a fire is a very useful thing to be able to do, especially if you like to keep warm when it's cold. And I'm going to show you the things you have to know. You need a box of matches. Actually, you don't need a box of matches. You can do it with a flint and tinder, but I think that's a bit advanced for us today. So we're going to do ours with a box of matches. And I'm going to show you what to do. An important thing to know with lighting a fire, especially if it's inside in the house, is you must always use seasoned wood. That means wood that has been cut down or dead for at least 2 years. If you burn green wood, there's resin inside the wood that goes up the chimney in the smoke, and it sticks in tarry deposits around the inside of your chimney, and then you're in big trouble. It's hard to get it off. It's tar and it sticks on tight. So all our wood is seasoned wood. And we start with, you put at the edge, here's our fireplace, and I cleaned it out today for you. You start with what I think of as 2 guardian angels, 2 logs of wood at the edge. And then we save up our packaging to use for kindling the fire. You know, we had our song, Kindle the Flame, and that word kindle means set light to something. And so you call the stuff that you use for the fire kindling, the stuff to light the fire. This was from Who Gives a Crap toilet paper. And there's a toilet roll that was inside it, so that will go in. Here's a letter from the NHS, and that will go in. We've got an egg box that we're not going to use for anything else. That can go in. A box that had salt in, that can go in. That had something in, bread or something, I'm not sure, that can go in. All these different bits and pieces of paper, they can all go in to light the fire. Crumple them up because they light easier if they're crumpled. And then before I set fire to it, around the edges, we pick up these fir cones. The fir cones start to fall from the trees around the time of August. So if you look out for them when you're walking along the pavements where the pine trees are, take a bag with you and just pick up a few when you come home. Bring them home with you, and then later on in the year, there they'll be to handily use for kindling. Chuck them in, just a few, don't need loads. This stuff, this is oak moss. It's the stuff that grows on the branches and twigs of oak trees, and it smells heavenly. It makes the fire really fragrant. They use oak moss making perfume. And then after that, you will want some sticks, little sticks and little bits of wood, and they go on in a sort of pyramid shape. You know what a pyramid is, don't you? It's when you build something up like this. This is a pyramid, a bit like a wigwam, like the pyramids that the Egyptians have, you know. And so in the fire, you want spaces and you want connections. The bits of wood have got to be in contact with each other, but with spaces between, because the fire, it's a bit like having your own pet dragon at home. It needs food, it eats wood, but it also needs to breathe, it needs air, it needs oxygen. And so this is one of your household pets. So you need to feed your dragon, but you also need to give it room to breathe. So I think we've got enough bits and pieces there, all stacked up, roughly speaking, in a pyramid. Now, here we go. The Boy Scouts used to be very pleased with themselves if they could light a fire with one match. Well, you ought to be able to do that always. And and you put the match to one of the bits of paper and let it get going well, so that it will catch fire to the things above it. You can top light a fire so that you light the bits on top and they fall down. And if you're ever going to do that, we have some bits of wax. If you have some bits of wax, we save little scraps of wax like that up from the candles. And if you do that, you can sit it on top of a bit of wood, and when the fire gets going, when the flame gets to it, it will melt into the wood and help the fire go. You can also blow on a fire to make it go like this. But in this case, it didn't work. So, fail for my 1 match fire. This is going to be a 2 match fire. Might even be a 3 or 4 match fire, mightn't it? Perhaps the paper's a bit damp. It's been raining here. Oh, this is going to be a video about how not to light a fire. Okay, it's starting to go. Yeah, it's starting. But I'm going to rescue it with this piece of cardboard. This is going to light well because it's got these torn edges and they light jolly well. Your mother might not let you do this. Still works. You just got to get it started, you see. Once it's started, it can jump through the spaces, find the connections and get it all going. At least that's my idea. These nice little bits of wood, they make good bits of kindling. Things that the fire can grab onto, you know, little separate bits. That's what it likes. And then once it's all burning properly, I'll be able to put this bit, I won't do it yet because it'll squash it down. I'll be able to put this log right on the top, and then there we are. We'll have our fire alight for the evening. So that was a good video, wasn't it? Because it showed you how to light a fire if things go right, and what to do if things go wrong. There you are, how to light a fire.